Hello, buddy. LDG, how you doing? Good to see you here. I'm literally just setting up. Good to see you. Hold on. Let's turn the volume down on that so I can monitor the chats on my tablet and play along. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're going to play some more Metal Gear today and have a little bit of fun. In fact, I said last time I was drop a second. I'm just going to drop the link in the chats here. Give me 2 seconds. Get rid of that. Invite. Give me 1 second. And then crap. I have to do it again. 1 second. Give me a minute. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right, click on that. Highlight this. I think it's Control C, isn't it? That Control. No, sorry, it's Control C. That away. And then. Ah, that's because I pressed the wrong one. That's why. Give me a second. God damn it. Oh, did it work? Oh, you can see it. Hi there, buddy. Hi there.
Yeah. I just.
I know. I shared it.
I typed it faster on your screen than you did paste it.
I was hitting shift instead of control. Hold on. I'm just going to turn down the volume on the music here. 1 second.
Yeah, it's a bit loud. No worries.
What's going on here?
Oh man, your audio's lagging hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's minimized. That's why.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, you don't have to click invite. You just need to copy and paste the URL at the top. One less step for you to do.
Yeah, I know. Oh, right. Okay. I didn't know
at the top there, yeah, you don't even got to click invite. Just copy the URL. That's it. Same thing.
Okay. I just need to do something first. Oh no, control panel. Give me a second. You know what? I'm gonna alright, control panel. Hardware and sound.
Looking for
adjust system volume. I'm gonna lower this. There we go, that's better.
There we go. Sweet. FYI, you can just right click the speaker in the bottom right hand corner and just go to volume mixer.
Yeah, I can't right click
for you.
I can't right click on this mouse because the mouse is fucked. So I have to do other ways, unfortunately. It's been bugging about a year,
gotcha.
But since I bought the Mac, but I can't game on a Mac, so anyway, it doesn't matter. So what have you been up to?
Chilling. Had a fun full day. Doctor's appointment. People dropping off their computers for me to look at, and just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, I was actually going to stream, but then I was like, I always check to see if somebody's streaming before I go live, and saw you. And I was like, let me check out Continuum.
Yeah, always more than welcome. Always more than welcome. No, I literally just started streaming, and then pop. Okay, hello, boss.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I totally saw, like, you literally just saw, like, that was some timing right there, like,
yeah,
caught you right when you got started.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's been busy with me. Also, just found out from my lawyer that I do not have to go to court to see that dreaded awful weekend. Yeah, it's to do with because up until November, obviously, I was picking up my kids every. Hold on, let me get my knife. I was picking up my kids every second weekend, and but due to her trying to estrange the kids every year, and constantly meant we have to go back to court and everything else. Where's my Hold on. Where's my tranquilizer gun? Oh no, I haven't got a tranquilizer gun. That's crap. I'll bring out the Patriot anyway. But anyway, yeah. So, but it got to the point I couldn't afford at the time. Anyway, last year I couldn't afford a lawyer or to go to court, so I couldn't really get my kids back, which meant then, unfortunately, I had to say goodbye to my kids after being there pretty much all of their lives. And well, anyway, this was to do with giving up my custody. And luckily, well, not luckily. I mean, it's a poor choice of words, but I do not have. I will not have to take a loan of almost $5,000 to pay for the court costs and the lawyer. So it's just going to get done outside the court. Her lawyer's going to write it up, and yeah, that's it. Really,
that sucks.
It is, but that's the way, unfortunately, the real world goes, and yeah, it is. It's really bad, but that's the way life is, and you know. I mean, I was there for most of their life, so I know they're going to remember me. I explained the situation to them, so you know, it's a few more years. Say when they turn 16 or even 18, really. You know, nobody can stand in our way, and if we want to, you know, continue where, well, not necessarily where we left off, but you know, sort of rebuild a relationship from there, then you know, nobody can say anything.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, apart from that, it's just been work. And we've obviously found two people to replace Heil while he's away as a team captain. So we've got two team captains now. We're going to be taking it in turns being the captain. Oh, connector's buggering.
What are you doing here?
A little bit of lag. Hey, listen. Give me a quick minute though. I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. I just need to step away from the keyboard. Be right back.
Okay. See you in a minute.
Yep.
So here we are, big boss. Well, not big boss yet, but Snake facing the boss. And as you can tell, she's really happy to see him.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer.
When she says her sons, what she's talking about is the Cobra unit. This is, of course, why this game is called Snake Eater, because they're the Cobras, and it's his job to take them down. And he eats snakes in the wild as well.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Sorry, I had to disappear quickly myself.
That's
I just realized.
funny.
What is?
So I fixed this person's computer, fellow residential. Things have been rough, so I've been having to pick up residential work. It's cool if I bring up business on the stream.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Oh, cool. So I fixed this guy's computer, totally old AMD, right? So I have my work cut out for me. And I bring it back up to spec. It's totally working, booting up fast, and the whole 9 yards, running real great. So I bring back the computer, and then he calls me back, and he says, the speakers aren't working. I'm like, okay. So I tested the speakers on my end, like my speakers. You didn't give me speakers, sir. But I, when I go through everything, I hook it up to my stuff, my keyboard, my mouse, but whatnot, my speakers, whatever, my Wi-Fi, the whole 9 yards, everything's working fine. When I give him back to the computer, he's using his speakers, and he's like, "Oh, speakers aren't working. The sound's not working on the computer." I'm like, "Okay, well, if you want to bring it by, but I need everything that you want me to test. You actually have to bring it to, I got to test it, right?" So he comes and brings me the speakers. Just found out what the problem is. He didn't plug them in. The power. The speakers have a power plug. He was just plugging in the audio, and because they're powered speakers, and I'm like, I just grabbed the AC adapter I had here that fit. And as soon as I did, working like a charm. No driver issue. No, did my job right. Everything. Just didn't plug him in power. So now I got to call him back and kind of explain to him that is an ID 10T error. It's all good.
I remember when we were we were in
there's got to be
when we were in Iraq, and we had these certain computers that required you had this little fob generate six numbers, and it had this bar, sort of like a level bar. It looks like your signal bar on your phone, except that was a timer. So as the bar started disappearing, you had less and less time to enter this code. Now, however, once these bars sort of reached halfway down,
I'll never be able to.
Those code numbers were those 6, 7, or 6, 7 numbers were no longer valid, or that was still displaying it on the screen. So what we had to do is wait for all these numbers, sort of a whole load of numbers. The problem also was to get on the networks, we had to enter our own personal network, sort of our own personal, shall we say, intranet, if you like, through this network. The thing is also timed out, so you had to literally make sure you got onto that page to log in, to enter the code, just literally at the same time the new number was generated. Type that in, hit enter before that timer bar went halfway down. Otherwise, the whole thing was fucked. Oop.
Yeah. Someone put the timer way too quick.
Yeah, and it was it was not funny at all. Okay, I just need to sneak past these guys here. Because I've got guns, but they're a little loud, and they can end up calling up the whole enemy force. But so we always had little fun things like that. And so you have to time it just right to enter the code, and then log in.
What the hell is this?
Oh, damn it! They found the wreckage of the plane.
HQ.
Shit.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy.
Find the map. Yeah, that was always fun to do. Also, we also had the. I need to go where they just came from. And also, then we also had a proper internet cafe. Of course, we could have used that, but we weren't. I mean, that would have worked much better, but we weren't allowed to use it to log into the military system, so we could communicate with guys back in Germany. You still there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
So we had to use this old, really slow, crappy system to end up so we could communicate with guys back in Germany at our home unit. And yeah, it was always fun. But sometimes even halfway through, it's like so you're writing a message which would be which would be a text message of some sort. Sometimes the page would time out too, so you had to start the whole process all over again. Yeah. I mean, you always see in the movies, like military have these big budgets and you have like the most advanced equipment in the world. Trust me, they don't. Some of the systems are at least 10 years behind. But, yeah.
Lovely.
It's just the way it is.
Tell me about it. Yeah, it's a lot of the stuff that I have to deal with people with old computers that they want refurbished, man. It comes back. I'm dealing with some old stuff.
You should do something on your channel, like you should do like Pimp My Ride. You pimp my PC,
right? Yeah. I would love to. Unfortunately, that's kind of a double-edged blade. Some people just have some really old PCs, and now you can just buy a PC for cheaper. That's like, 3 or 4 times faster. Like there's no pimping it.
Well, I mean,
I found a laptop. That's $890. That outperforms $1,500 brand new computers.
Damn it!
yeah, I mean, it's just blazing fast. It's a diamond in the rough. It's cheap as heck, and it'll literally. I mean, this thing has a better processor than what your computer has right now.
I can imagine.
For under $900.
From what year is it? Again?
It's brand new. It just came out like a few weeks ago. It's an HP Envy.
HP. Well, I've always found HP a Hewlett Packard. I mean, they do great printers and photocopiers and things like that, but I don't think they've ever really made great computers, though, have they?
No, well, no. This one is a diamond in the rough. Whoever designed this latest HP Envy, they need a raise. I'm working on an HP right now. That's a piece of crap, but that laptop is good stuff. It's good stuff.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you can't play Crisis 12 on the thing, but
don't even know what that is.
Like super top end video games, yeah. Like
okay.
You'd be able to do PlayStation now. You'd be able to do what you're doing with the remote Xbox, remote PlayStation. You'll be able to do that, no problem. But not the you won't be able to play any new top of the level game. But the processor, as far as like a Netflix and Office and maybe even some video editing, she's blasting fast for the money. For the money, she's blasting fast. A lot of people think, oh, I'm just going to go buy a $500 computer. Let me tell you something. There is no such thing as a $500 computer. Okay. Any computer under like $1,200 is not worth it for the no matter what you're trying to do. Let alone if you're trying to play video games. But this laptop for $900 is a monster for the money. Like it's the closest thing you're going to get to what people expect to get when they pay $500 for a computer.
Well, I think a lot of people, I mean,
who's that?
Because they just sacrifice so much. These companies. The joke.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I need a DVD.
But I mean, I remember our first proper PC. It was a Packard. It was in 90. I think it was 1998. We bought it. It was a Packard. It was a Packard Bell. And
Packard Hell. Yeah, I remember Packard Hells.
Well, this one wasn't too bad. It was actually pretty good. It had Windows 98 on it. And it did everything.
Off to a great start.
I know, and it did. It actually did everything it was supposed to do. You know, I remember it was the first time because really it was also the first PC we had that had the internet on it. Remember, we had before that an Amiga 500. My dad had some old shoddy PC that had like Windows from I think 1988 on it or 1989. You know, and we had that all the way up to the late 90s. But this is the first one. So going on the internet for the first time as well. You know, was like really excited. You know, we used to hear the modem dial up as well, like. You know, you used to put a hand over your ears because it was just a god awful noise.
Gotcha.
Ooh, there's equipment here. I must have it. Give it to me. So yeah,
tablet every day.
It was always interesting stuff. But yeah, man, the internet, that was wild stuff back then. You know, and we couldn't use the telephone and the internet at the same time. I remember that. Nope.
That was back when the internet was black and white.
Yeah, black and white.
And people think I'm joking, Mom. I know, no. There was a time when the internet was literally black and white.
Really?
Called BBSs.
Jesus, what was that like? Really early 90s or late 80s or something? Was it?
Really early 90s. It wasn't the World Wide Web. It was like local net. Like it was like you had to have special phone numbers and you had a right phone number for like if I wanted to play multiplayer Doom, and I mean OG Doom, like original Doom, or old OG Quake and stuff like that. Wolfenstein. I used to call what's called a BBS. Bulletin board service, no different than like a blog, basically, like what you know is your average blog. But the internet wasn't interconnected; it was separate. So you had certain phone numbers to access certain servers. And then that was basically your internet. I wanted to play this. I dial this phone up. Just like when you type in, Sony.com or StreamYard.com, it's the same thing. You had a phone number for different parts of the net. And then once the net interjoined, the main net interjoined, you had like AOL always offline and all that crap. Then it changed. That's when it like turned to color. But yeah, it was black and white. You had to dial 1 for Doom, 2 for Quake, 3 for Ultima Online, whatever you were playing. Yeah, it was fun. And then once the game loaded, then the game loaded in color, but your initial browser was black and white.
Yeah. Jesus, I can't imagine it. I mean, for us at the internet, I mean, there was a movie called The Net that came out with Sandra Bullock in the early 90s. Most people, I think 99% of the people in the United Kingdom didn't even have internet then. Certainly not in their homes, let alone local, doing a local network. And we used to think. So we, as kids, I mean, we were like early teens at the time. Watching all these movies or stuff like Hackers and things like that. Wow, that must be what the internet looks like, and that's how it works and all that crap. It wasn't until sort of from about mid-90s onwards, like 96, 97, that one in every, say, I think we'd have one computer in every school that had access to the internet, and only for special school projects could you go on the internet, or you had to pay for it, and the school would charge you a stupid amount of money for it. So yeah, but those were good times. Oh God, yeah. So when we first got internet in our home, we were really excited. It was really exciting stuff. Of course, the first thing me and my dad were looking at were, for pictures of naked celebrities. So yeah. The first one we came across was called fakedetective.com. Yeah, and he had all these fake porno pictures of like Jerry Ryan, Catherine Mulgrew, any celebrity you could think of. It was on there. Someone had obviously taken pictures of porn and sort of photoshopped quite well, actually, at least for its time. All these celebrity faces onto these bodies.
Who are the
I sometimes wonder if that website. I have to check that out, see if that website even still exists. It'd be cool if it was. Do you ever remember a website called Rotten.com? That was a brilliant website.
Yes, I do remember Rotten.com.
Yeah, well, had things like celebrity mugshots on there. Like Bill Gates, and
they had a lot more than that on there.
It had I don't know if they were real, but the photographs of JFK's autopsy, and you saw the bullet wound at the front of his head, and then the back of his head like wide open. I'm not sure if they were real or fake, but or dirty jokes and things like that, or stupid. I'm talking about when it first came out. When it had sort of dirty jokes on there or stupid news articles. But I don't know. I heard it evolved into something a bit more nasty than that. But
yes, yeah, it definitely evolved. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was the reason why it was called Rotten.com.
But I remember loads of websites I used to visit back in the 90s.
The name's Eva.
Oh, they're coming back. They'll be coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Ooh, nice screenshot.
I know.
Not shabby. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it only lets you pull the R1 button at certain scenes. So don't worry, she gets in a nice, very thin black leather bikini later. So it's all good, man. It's all
awesome.
Good.
Awesome.
Well,
of course, there's another game, Metal Gear 5, where the female character in that, all she wears is this black leather bikini, and a pair of ripped tights and combat boots. So it's kind of cool.
Is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Oh god.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just when sometimes like just log on the internet, you just click a button, you just like you said, probably don't have to type in www. I sometimes still do most of the time because it's just old school. It's just habit now doing that.
4 years ago.
But I find like just going on the phone, you don't really need to type in a website. Most likely there's an app for it now. You just click on the app and there you are,
It packs quite a punch.
Or
Nice to
Google,
have
just
when you're on
Google
the
the
bike.
thing, and there it is.
Sideways
Yeah.
and use the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember once
It's a
taking my
Chinese
entire
tricks
PC
imitation
around to a
style.
friend's house just so we could
Around here, even that's
play.
hard to come
I
by.
think it was Duke Nukem 2-player. Took the monitor,
Don't
took
worry,
the
one I've got for
tower,
you
the
is
keyboard,
American
now it's the
made.
lot. All of it over to his house. I think I had to do like 2-3 journeys just to get it all over. Carry the monitor, then carry the tower, and then go back for the keyboard and mouse. And the speakers as well. And then I spend the weekend at his until.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I used to have LAN parties. I remember LAN parties. He used to come to my house because I had like a 20 port switch or something like that. Freaking come over, play some freaking Warcraft 3 or StarCraft 2, StarCraft and stuff like that.
Yeah. I suppose the first real local networking gaming I ever did was with a Game Boy. A buddy of mine bought this F1 racing game, and it came with this 4-port connector. So all you had to do was plug which was at the time I think the closest to a USB cable you get now. You plugged into the side of your Game Boy, and then plugged into this 4-way port.
It probably used to belong to
And then all you had to do was have your own copy of the game, and you can race each other. Like I remember, all of us bought the game, and there was a few others games as well. And we should get together outside. We'd take turns playing outside each, one person's house or my or the other guy's house or my house.
Yeah,
just just sit there playing.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, dude.
Like a scientist.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you, I can't believe it's already Wednesday. It's Thursday and Friday to go now, and then weekend again.
He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohan.
Where?
They've got a
Where's my other USB at?
New weapons.
Yeah, I can't remember what kind of cable it was called now, but the same idea. I mean, it had you just plug it into the side.
We get there.
Yeah, but it's called something else.
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from
Game Boys, man. Those were the thing. They lasted quite a long time as well, didn't they?
First,
the OG Game Boys.
You'll come to a heliport.
They lasted. I think they lasted until like the early 2000s, then got replaced by the ones with color screens.
Into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse.
Yeah.
Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out.
It's like looking at Tomb Raider with those pixelated breasts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just what are you doing?
Yeah, this is some. Yeah, it's pretty close, I would say.
Sometimes be more
OG Tomb Raider was bad.
So I'll be able to hold it.
That was God.
I hate that game.
Talk about triangles, like she was freaking Madonna, if you know what I mean.
I do. Thing is, I actually hated that game. I hated that game because there was a lot of hype on that game. When I started playing it, the first few levels were good, but it just became repetitive. All you did was jumping and climbing. Now and again, you got to shoot a gun, at an animal or something. Somehow a T-Rex emerged from somewhere. Don't ask me where.
Never make it in your condition.
But yeah, it was just quite disappointing, really. But good cutscenes though. That was probably the only good. That's the only reason for playing was to play the level was to reach the next cutscene rather than actually enjoying the game.
I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something.
That is a nice rock, though. So I think the only thing they got right on her, man, they really did a good job on her chest. Her face needs a little work.
Well, in the Metal Gear 4, she returns as a much older woman. It's back in the again. You play as Solid Snake as an old man, and she's an old woman as well. And to be honest, they both look roughly about the same age. Although she ought to be about. I mean, she's probably about 30 in this game. So
Oh, look nice.
So this is 1964, and the future game takes place in what? In 2016, something like that. So she's ought to be like I don't know, fucking 90 at that point. So, well, 80s at least, and yet she looks like she's in her late 50s or something, you know, with her breast sticking out. Yeah, she's a dirty spy though. She's working for the Chinese.
Gonna get that?
Telephone call. Yeah. So yeah, we're doing a test stream tomorrow because we want to. From the last
right,
when we had Trek Yards on a question of Trek
you really have back in the ICU.
last week,
Whenever you save the game in
and
Yeah.
we had a couple of complaints during the week from people who said that the scoreboard dominated the screen, and I had to tell these people, you know, that the guy Jeff who made the scoreboard, he made it from scratch. So you know, of course, we were going to show it off, yeah, because he's now part of the show, and I thought it was only fair to to sort of have that on for a while. I said, well, okay, but next time, can you have it on small? And I wrote to Jeff. I said, Jeff, no offense, mate, but we've had I didn't say Jeff, but I mentioned that we had a few complaints about things. And I said, Jeff, if you please feel free, if you feel like going hunting after these people and killing them for being heathens, you have my full support. So, yeah.
Well, so the scoreboard should be something you swat, like you want it big, first of all, but you don't want it like, it's not like you look at Jeopardy that you see the scores the whole damn game. It's something you're supposed to swap in and out. You see us, and then after the answer, then you swap in the scoreboard for about like 5 seconds, and then you swap it back out. Right? Am I on the right track here? Or?
Yeah, no, that's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is going to minimize it. So you can still see it, but it's minimized. Yeah. And then at the end of the round, or after every couple of questions, we're going to ask Jeff what the score is, going to bring it to the board, maximize it. Hello there.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Yeah, just keep that on for a minute. Anyway. And then,
for a minute.
so every so often we're going to bring the board up. He'll tell the audience the scores, and then we'll carry on again. So we've got. I'm going to send you some information over Twitter tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight. Tomorrow, how the game works, what time it starts, and everything else. Because you're on this Saturday, aren't you?
Hurry.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes, I am.
Happy days. I'm still waiting for one of the captains to decide who's doing this Saturday, because the following Saturday, one of them's getting paid. So they're at the moment not arguing, but I say discussing. Who's doing that weekend? Because
what time is it going to be?
The show starts at midnight my time. I've got it at now, because I have it now 5 minutes to 10. Okay, so it's midnight my time, but I dropped the link to the StreamYard 30 minutes prior, so any technical issues we can work out.
So midnight your time is what, 8 p.m. my time?
Well, what time do you have it now?
It's 5 minutes to 5.
5 minutes to 5. Shit, let me think. So 5 minutes to 5. What, in the afternoon now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are only 5 hours behind me. No, I've got it 5 to 10. So it would be 7 p.m. your time.
Okay, 7 p.m. Yeah, 7 p.m.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, I just need to get under here, because they're all hunting for me right now. And I can't believe I dropped the tranquilizer. Anyway, as we're moving across. What are they shooting at? They threw a grenade. Oh no, it was inside. They're invading the room. Yes, invade the room. Look for me. You won't find me. Just lagging again. Give it a second.
Get away.
Where is he? Shoot him. There we go. He's down. He's got 6 more to kill. Oh, joy. But yeah. People. Sorry, go on. You were saying?
No, I was saying that the second problem with this computer is he's saying the DVD drive wasn't working. So I fixed the audio because it was missing a power plug. Next was checking the DVD drive, which I did check, and it was working just fine the first time I fixed this computer. But I asked him to give me the disc he was using. Found out the disc he was using is one of those old GameCube mini CDs. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
Remember those discs? Like they're smaller than normal discs. They're like mini CDs.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
His DVD drive isn't compatible for these old school DVDs.
Jesus.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, because I put a regular disc in there again, worked fine, read the disc fine. It's my old Matrix game. Ran the installation real quick to see if it would read the file, worked fine. I put his mini disc in my computer. It read it just fine. So yeah, he has an old RW drive. It's not even an R drive. It's an old RW drive.
Oh, Jesus.
I have a feeling this is one of those old HP, old school that they can't read dual layer because these things are dual layer. So you have to have a dual layer drive to read a dual layer disc.
Damn.
Yeah. So there's another thing, but they don't know. I give people their computer back that they have to use everything that they have at their house, right? So he plugged everything back in. Certain things wasn't working, but that's only because he was missing a power plug and he had a bad disc that's not compatible.
Damn it. That's horrible.
He needed that disc to install a Wi-Fi. He was installing a brand new wireless Wi-Fi USB for his computer, making it wireless. So he needed to install the driver, and he bought one from a company that gave out these mini DVDs. Anyway, I was able to transfer the files through the network, through the computer that I could read the disc. And just transfer the files and install it. It's working fine. Looks like the Wi-Fi will be reactivating here shortly, and we should be good.
Well, mini discs sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like GameCube discs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the GameCube? How they had those little mini discs? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I remember a buddy of mine had one. And I remember like the case would be like a really big case. And you open it up, and there's this tiny CD in there. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That was probably actually Nintendo's best gaming system because I wasn't a fan of the Wii. I remember trying the Wii, and it was just not great at all.
Wii was after. I think that was after the Cube.
It was.
The Cube was okay. 64 is okay. I mean, Nintendo really took a turn after Super Nintendo.
Where did that come from? Oh, he's up there. Bastard. Where's the other guy? He's hiding from me. I will find him. One left. Oh. In there. Nope. Come on, you. Where are you? Have to face up against Ocelot in a minute. And then from there, we have.
I'm sorry. We have the virtual pub tonight. Don't know if you're going to be awake for it.
I'm probably going to go to bed. Virtual pub, whose channel is that on?
That's Life with Matthew. Life with Matthew.
Channel. I know that channel. I'm subscribed to that channel. Although I'm not always notified to it. I'm not always notified to his streams or videos though. That's the thing. How often does he do them?
Every Wednesday night.
Waiting for this
Wednesday
moment.
night. Well, I'll see how long I stream for. Because I want to try and at least reach the first boss on this, and after that, depending how late it is, I might go to bed. Although I might end the stream early, depending. See how we get along.
Oh, take a nap, right? Yeah. So he starts at like 9:30. So 4.5 hours my time. Yeah.
Oh, 4.5 hours your time. So that's at 2 in the morning for me then.
Yeah.
No, wait. No, that's 2. Yeah, wait.
There you are.
Wait.
I've had enough
Yeah.
of your judo.
Yeah, 4 in the morning.
I see you
Jesus.
got yourself a single action.
That's when it starts. So I don't know.
That's right.
Yeah, 4 in the morning.
No accidents.
What I do is I get up at 5. Well, I'm getting up at 5 anyway, really. So, no, wait, 2 in the morning.
It wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been shown.
How long does he usually stream for?
What did you say? It's a nice.
Well, he usually goes till 1 a.m. So 9 would be he starts in 4.5 and he goes for another 1, 2, 2.5, 3, about 3 hours.
So we get starts at 2,
And
3
that's
hours.
when I wait for because what I do on Wednesday night, I head over to Life of Matthews. Normally I'm doing a waiting room right about now. Like right about now, I'm usually streaming, and I'll do a waiting room until Life of Matthews starts, and I'll close down, head over to Life of Matthews because I like to be on the panel. It's an open panel; anybody can come on, whatnot. So I hang out over there and cause some ruckus, and then around 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. our time, he usually finishes up, which gives me just enough time. Now sometimes he'll go to like 2 a.m. sometimes. But that gives me just enough time for the new episode of Discovery to come out to get released. And I'll do a live stream before I go to bed, a private watch party live stream for anybody who wants to watch Discovery with me. Then I'll pass the hell out.
Yeah, see, I won't get to see that until Friday, my time, but it doesn't drop here until Friday.
Well, you can definitely watch it with me because the next day I do a live stream just out of courtesy for everybody. But tomorrow, my time, around usually like 3 p.m., between 3 and 6, somewhere around there, usually earlier, I'll do another official private watch party of the Discovery episode.
So 3 p.m. your time, that's
3 p.m. my time.
That's then 8 o'clock my time. So I'll be home by then. Hopefully. It depends how the day goes. Sometimes because I'm working anywhere from 12 to 15. Well, anywhere up to 15 hours, which is sometimes quite knackering. And I mean today I actually got back to the depot really early, but then ended up waiting around an hour and a half just to get on the dock so I can get unloaded. So that was waste. I mean, okay, I still got paid for the time. I'm not fussed about that. But I'd rather be at home than waiting around to get unloaded. So that's just pain. Okay, so now we're heading off to. Oh, geez, I need to heal myself. Okay, heal.
Give me a call. I got a Jaloja. I'll be right back.
You do that, buddy. Have fun. Jaloja. A little video showing him healing himself. That's cool. The snake bandaging himself, making himself feel good. And off we go onwards. Short his cruise. And here we are at the swamp. Hopefully we won't get any leeches. So I have to look really closely here. Oh, there's an alligator there. Let's kill that bad boy. Rations. Oh, I just heard. I just got a. Is that the way out there? I just heard myself. I just caught a leech. You can hear him attach going. So I need to get rid of that in a second. Is he sucking the blood out of me? Bloodsucker. Is that the way out? Whoa! Crap. Jesus. Die. Can't believe I just got attacked by an alligator. Now you're lunch. So let's get out of here and get rid of that leech that's attached itself. Whoa, come on, time out.
All right.
Ah, God. There are alligators at my ass, man.
Oi.
That's not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Okay, I've just got a whole bunch of leeches on me now. I need to get rid of them. Another leech. Okay. Let's move forward. So, had a good Geologia? Ah, ammo. This is what I need. Ah, back in the deep again. There's another alligator. I just caught another leech too. Damn it. Oh look, tripwire. Lovely.
Snake, are you there?
Eva,
Did you miss me?
did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will. The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traders have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking, until I went to work for the NSA. And one day, I found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change?
Ah, this is boring. Da-da-da-da-da. That's a whole load of exposition that isn't really necessary.
No.
So, let's get these leeches off.
Leeches.
Yeah, because I waded through the swamp. And something to get leeches, and you see at the top where he's got obviously got his life bar. Below that, you've got your stamina bar. Now things like if you don't heal wounds, that will go down. If you get leeches, things like that, or snake bites, or you get poisoned, that will go down. So I need to eat something. Let's have a bit of crocodile. That's full stamina again, and I'm going to avoid this tripwire here. I don't want to get hurt. And we'll carry on. So how many computers do you work on a week? Is that like a personal business or?
Yeah, that's what pays the bills.
Cool.
That's what LDG Pixels is for. Try to get some new HD pixels. I mainly do work for small business, but recently it's been rough, so I've had to pick up some residential work.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, I mean, if you've ever thought about, because there's a lot of crap. I did not need that.
Oi.
I just landed. I just went on a landmine. But there's one there. See it there. I need to avoid it.
Huh.
Crap. And Jesus, look at them. 1, 2, 3. They're all over the place. Jesus.
This game's about stealth. You can't go walking into stuff.
I know. Well, I tried playing the original ones, the original games for the MSX, the old, which was like Japan's version of the Nintendo at the time.
Yeah.
My God, it was impossible. I couldn't even get past the first level without dying like 100 times.
Right.
It was, oh dear. Because although there was a map on there, it shows where the enemy positions are, and you see it move. However, if you set the alarm off, that disappears, and you just get like a million guys descending on you, and you just run around trying to hide behind things. This is from a top view perspective. Jesus, it was God. Yeah, I just died. There's not enough ammo or health or anything to make sure that you're going to get out there unscathed whatsoever. I don't know how people complete that game back then, if they even did. You know, but the reason behind it was because the MSX couldn't handle the Nintendo's, because they wanted to build action games. That's what was selling for the Nintendo entertainment system. And unfortunately, the MSX wasn't powerful enough to handle that kind of thing. So the guy who created it was about 24 at the time, or 22. You know, he decided, I know, I'll make a sneaking game. So the idea was not to go around shooting people, but rather to avoid them. And that was the point of the game. But however, it's just nigh impossible to. Where's the way out? It's not this way, is it? Oh crap. Okay. Unless can I die through there? No. Hey, I can. Nice. Let's see if I've got another silencer. I do. Nice. Say goodnight, pal. Anyway, but yeah, so that's how all this Metal Gear franchise got started, and it just got bigger and bigger after that. There doesn't seem to be more landmines here. Let's check the map. I'm not too sure where I'm going here. Could go left or right, really. What's on the right? It's this way. Anyway, but yeah. So you going to be working at computer all of tomorrow as well, are you? Or?
This computer I just finished. As a matter of fact, I gotta call the guy up and tell him to come pick it up.
Come on, that's fine, man. Another one there. God, they're just lining up waiting for me, aren't they? If only shooting a pistol was that easy. It's not. It's certainly not at that distance. Come on, line up. Well. Oh, got him. I can hear it starting to glitch slightly. Need to get some ammo. Shake it out. Who else is knocking around here? Trying to be someone else. Looming around. Oh. Him. Raid their store, see if it's available. Medicines. Okay, need that. Yeah, so the numbers of COVID are going up here in Germany again. Ooh.
What was that?
TNT, nice. And this is, I don't know, is this the food supply?
Right here.
Just in case it is, we're going to lay some TNT. So what you got planned for tomorrow then?
Tomorrow, Thursday, I have the official watch party for Discovery.
Oh,
I
you
have,
said, yeah.
I'll be doing a stream tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. my time, Eastern Standard, for LDG Pixels. Maybe I'll talk about the fact that Google's getting their butt ranked by the government, promote some Project Prometheus for people who want to unlock the internet and change the world. Do a waiting room, I'm sure. Anything specific for tomorrow besides that? No. Friday, I have an appointment with a new client, hopefully. Saturday, I am going to be on your show, and I'm doing a private watch party for Elihu. We're going to be watching at noon Eastern Standard, the Halloween special for Simpsons and Family Guy.
Which Halloween special in particular you're going to be watching? All of them? Or?
No, the one that hasn't come out yet.
Oh, okay. Is The Simpsons still going on, is it?
Yep. Yeah. Tree of whatever it's called. Tree of Horror, whatever. Yeah.
Treehouse of Horror. I just didn't know The Simpsons were still going on even today. I thought they finished like ages ago.
Nope. No, they came back. I need a quick minute. I'm gonna phone call the client here. Be right back.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do, buddy. While doing that, we're gonna continue to raid this entire place and see how that goes on. Is anyone inside here patrolling? Nothing visible from what I can see. Okay, let's go in. Let's raid this place. This was the food store, wasn't it? Is this the food store? It was. Let's lay some TNT in here, yo. All right. And we're off. Oh, ration. Check that. We'll do a good ration. That's them out of food for a while. Let's go back the way we came and then up the other path. Oh, wait, there's a hidden path up here, I think, as well. There's some hidden stuff. Isn't there? Somewhere up here, I think. Ah, no, it's not. Somewhere else. Okay, so we're going to head up this path here and see where it takes us. Hopefully somewhere exciting. Bolshaya Paspalt. I think that's Russian for something. Ah, Revolver Ocelot. Is we're going to play some. We're going to play against. Who's sort of like a frenemy.
Looks like the boss's info was right. Twice now you've made me taste bitter defeat.
It's so wrong that when he does that, it's just cringy.
I hate to disappoint the Cobras, but you're mine now. All of you, leave us. It's just you and me. No one to get in our way. Ocelots are proud creatures.
God, this guy's full of
They
himself.
prefer to hunt alone. Shots. This time I've got 12 shots.
Yeah, it's not going to do much good, but I'm still going to beat you.
All right, he didn't pick up. Yep.
Bastard just shot
What
me.
happened? Oh.
Whoa, what's going on? What? Where's my camera? Where did he go now?
Felt a tension like this before.
Yeah, he's reloaded during battle. That's his favorite thrill, to reload during the gunfight. The idiot.
This reload time is exhilarating.
I'm just Rambo styling it. You got me. Got him.
Felt the tension like this before.
Where is he?
It's so different from simply changing your life.
Come on, show yourself. That's a lot.
This reload time is exhilarating.
Got him. And here comes the infamous of the pain.
Found us.
I think we might just have enough time to actually get through the cave, meet the pain, and then we'll save after that.
There we go.
And we'll go to Life of Matthew. So once we fall down this little hole here to escape all these hornets. Don't know why the hornets are attacking attacking people on their own side. That makes no sense to me. But all right, it's Russia. It's the '60s. Hornets were the latest rage. It's the way it was, kids. Yeah, somehow I don't think spinning a bunch of revolvers around is going to protect you from hornets. Just run. Why is nobody running?
You were lucky. We'll meet again.
Oh.
And down we go. Yay! So what's this thing about the government hammering down on Google? What's all that about?
Because of the whole protection that they got, YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. It's more than just Google. They're not doing what the government wants. They're not a true public forum, and they're getting protection under the law as if they are a true public forum. This is why I want to promote Prometheus, because even the ones that say are a public forum are not.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
We haven't even seen public forum yet. Okay, we haven't even seen it yet. It doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
And if someone who knows, like I, this is what I do. I do programming. I've developed software. I've done it all. I mean, I'm doing it for 25 years. If you do programming right, you can create a program that will not only give you control over your devices again, but will interact on the internet and literally unlock the internet at your fingertips. And it's not that hard to do.
You've spoken about Project Prometheus before on your channel.
Yep.
So if you tell people about it, just in case they, people might will end up rewatching this video. If you want to talk about it, again?
Yeah. Like I said, it's basically giving you control over your digital footprint. Every single thing that you do, everything you click, every message you send, every website you go, every stream you do, every recommendation you give, unlocking your device for you, because today you got your TVs, your smartwatches, your phones, all of it's being used against you right now, and someone's making money off of it. This whole client server functionality that people are used to isn't how it's supposed to be. There's other ways of doing it. There's better ways of doing it. And this is what I've spent. I'm a computer nerd, Fun for me was figuring out how to do certain things on a computer. And I'm not just talking.
Yeah, go on. You're not just talking about. You still there? Oh, hold on. Need to just bring on our friend again. Guess he got cut off.
See, there you go. The government doesn't want me saying this because they know what I'm saying. Okay?
Yeah. We literally just lost you a second ago.
I know. They don't want me saying this, so they're disconnecting me. I'm telling you. They're afraid of someone who actually knows how to program, that can project manage a development team to create a user end program. Okay. I mean, we shouldn't have to have 50 frickin' accounts, right? I mean, right. Facebook, Tube, it's all the same damn thing. It's all the same thing, just different people. Like, why do we have to have all these accounts? If you want to find somebody who's selling a lawnmower, why do you have to go to 5 different websites that are like Craigslist? It's BS.
Yeah, got you. All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it is bullshit. I mean, I remember when Facebook first came out. I mean, I tried it. What am I doing? Wrong one. It seemed. It wasn't what it was now. I don't remember seeing many ads on it. It was just a place for people to sort of meet up, and you could get in touch with old friends from school and things like that. But obviously. All right, I need to remove something. Grenade. Oh no, flash grenade. There we go. And bring out the torch. So it was I would say back then, it was a public forum where people would just open an account and But little did we know that our information at first, but little did we know that our information was being sold at the time. The things you don't know.
Yep. And this is what I was like. I think you and I did. Was it you that I was talking about? Not talking about, but we were talking to, and somebody was like, "Oh, I'm nobody. Like, who's me? Like, how are they making money off me?" And
Yeah,
I
it
was
was me.
giving examples. Okay, well, I was like, even when you're scrolling through something, and something makes you stop scrolling. Something as insignificant as that little pause that people do when you're scrolling through YouTube channels. How many people have done this? You're scrolling down videos, you're scrolling and you're just scrolling. Something catches your eye and you stop scrolling for a quick second. That is money. What made you stop for a second and consider clicking something? That is money. That little piece of information, and that's just one example of information people don't even realize is what I'm talking about. Everything you do is money, and you deserve a piece of it. Everybody should be monetized. You should be monetized just by being online. If I say, hey, man, I went and bought a hammer at Home Depot, and that makes you go buy a hammer at Home Depot because of the one I said it, not because you were gonna, but because I said it, and the next thing you know, you go buy a hammer at Home Depot, you should get credit for some of that. And you shouldn't have to have an Amazon affiliation link. You know what I mean? None of that BS. Like all of this information is trackable, is easily trackable. And you should get monetized for all the stuff you do, whether it be a stream, whether it be a whatever. And God forbid the fact that like you're streaming right now, right? Do you realize how many people are typing in Metal Gear Solid into YouTube right now? I guarantee you the number is not zero.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure there's more than a few. They're just not.
You should be having people. Yeah, you should be popping up right now like crazy, and you should be having people popping in right now, and you standing on your own merit, whether people want to sub to you or not sub to you, and that's not even happening. You're just public forum that you're on right now. You are standing in a so-called square, and YouTube just put a cloaking device over your ass.
Why would they do? Well,
because you're not monetized. You're not a big boy yet. As far as their profit sheets are concerned, you're at the bottom of the list, my friend. And only the people at the top of the list get the search results popping up. Now,
I've noticed,
they say, yep, sorry.
So, because I mean, I'm on Facebook, you know, to continue track. It's on Facebook. It's on this, that, and the other, and everything else. Yeah, you know, we barely ever, really ever touch sort of any, you know, much audience. You know, because I know I've noticed with my tweets as well. I mean, when I tweet something, I think after an hour, you know, it will show. Now and again, it will show me, say 30 people have seen it, 10 have interacted. And then 10 minutes later, it'll show me less have viewed it and less have interacted, and then it goes back up again. You know, so I don't know if these things are sort of, you know, trying to sort of push me to the back, or there's others in front. You know, but yeah, it is sometimes interesting to see how sort of, you know, because when I try sometimes doing rare things, and not many people sort of, you know, not many people will, you know, when they type it in, will try and come my way, which is quite bizarre. Okay, so nope. But you're right that people typing in, I should be, you know, like you said, it should be popping up. But I don't know, maybe they'll catch it on the rerun at some point, you know, later on, and we'll just see how, you know, just be patient, see how it goes. I mean, I mostly do YouTube, and that everything I do is for fun. So, you know, it's not like I'm, you know, trying to.
Yeah, there's a small chance you pop up. There is like a 1% chance that you pop up on somebody's screen, and that's what that's what they call breadcrumb. They'll give you a breadcrumb if you're at the top. So it's almost like when you're playing a game and you open up a loot chest, right? There's a certain percentage that you're going to get this or that, and the higher it is, the lower the percentage, and it gets to like crazy 0.01% chances, right? Freaking, it's the exact opposite for you. Like if you're a common channel or an uncommon channel, the odds of your video popping up on anyone's freaking stream is like, it's like trying to get fat loot in World of Warcraft. There's like a 0.01% chance that your video will get picked. You know what I mean? But until you get monetized and people are paying, you get up and up and up and up and up and up and up, or you get special privilege because there's also not only do they look at you as monetization, but they look at you as importance, like global importance, subscription counts, government relation, like if you're the president or something. There's another field too, and the higher you up on that, the more you're going to get seen. That's why you see one of the ways to get a channel big, and this is what they call writing the algorithm, is kind of doing that exact thing. But you have to be willing to eliminate what I would call original content and do what the algorithm wants you to do. And that's not what people want to do. It's not just playing a video game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's riding the wave of, so if you, it's almost, okay, it's kind of like NASCAR, okay? Right? Your car is going at 120 miles per hour, right? If you get right behind the car in front of you, even if you're nobody, even if you're the last car in the pack, if you get behind the car behind you, in front of you, you actually go faster because you're inside their drag. And you can pick up speed by following certain channels, exactly what they do, and riding in their coattails, and then speed past them to the next big person, to the next big person, to the next big person. But you have to give up what you want to do and do what they're doing, what you have to follow someone else's rules. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense there?
Yeah. No, I understand exactly what you mean. Basically, follow the corporate line. You know, you do for us, and we will do for you. But you know, we're still gonna,
That's what a lot of these channels like Roddick and Cock have done. They've followed behind coattails of other big channels, and they eventually gather enough momentum to carry them forward. But even them, you can tell, even them, they're still at a, you know what I mean? They're not at millions of subscribers. You know what I mean? Even they're at a certain level. There's a never ending tree of levels. Just because you get 1,000 subscribers, there's another level. Once you get like 10,000 subscribers, another 100,000, then 1 million, then you get millions. You know, you have to keep at it. You can't be stagnant. No, it is what it is. But in a true public forum, it wouldn't be that way. In a true public forum, you would be popping up left and right, and you should have at least minimum double-digit people new checking you out every single day and choosing whether or not to subscribe or not subscribe. You know what I mean? Let you stand on your own merits and not by the lottery of you showing up on a recommended video.
Sure.
And that's what Prometheus is about.
That sounds cool. Am I going the right way here? Which way am I going now? Sorry. I mean, I thought about doing, you know, if I did original content, then maybe, you know, I might get more, you know, I thought might get more something that's recognizable, but not, you know, completely, you know, but not something, you know, obscure, but enough that most people will like it. You know, I mean, but maybe what I need to do is maybe sort of abandon the Star Trek. Well, I mean, abandon the Star Trek. I mean, I'm working on.
No. Don't abandon Star Trek.
I mean, one thing I've been working on since last year myself is something called In Time. Now, what I wanted to do was, this is where the equipment was. Here it is. Thermal goggles. Oh, sorry, night vision. There it is. That's what I was after. That's what I was looking for. Got ya. Found it now. I'm going to go back the way I came, because that's where I want to be. Climb down under there. Because the thermal goggles are important for another boss later on. You can turn invisible, and you really need those thermal goggles to find him. Because the first boss we're going to come across is called the Pain. Now he just fires wasps at you, but the other guy, he climbs trees and he dislocates his joints, and he also turns invisible. And he fires arrows at you, and obviously that's while he's still got the cloak on, and you can't see him. Well, the thing is, I mean, there's so many Star Trek channels out there right now. I mean, obviously I'll keep the the Question of Trek channel. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing maybe something else. But I was saying, In Time, which is something I've been working on since last year, and I wanted to sort of do a mini series by filming it, because my first unit that I ever served in here in Germany, the camp, is completely abandoned. It's empty. There's nothing there. And it's the size of a small town, you know. And the story basically goes very quickly that a time agent called Billy Drexel accepts him. Now he's, how do I put it? He's sort of fed up of life. You know, he's in his coming up close to his late 30s. He's come up to the end of his career now. It's a 22-year career, almost over, and he's not done too well. When it all first started off, when time travel was invented, when it came out, it avoided another world war essentially, because all the military forces and most of the police forces as well were drafted into this project, basically to police time, so criminals can alter the present. So there are no more wars, but that doesn't mean it's a peaceful utopia like in Star Trek. It's a peaceful, it's a very peaceful place. Everyone gets along, everyone's happy, la da 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 da. There's still tensions, but there's just no way for anyone to actually enact this. But over the period of time, obviously, as the process became more refined, and because when these guys went out, they started literally with no idea what they were doing. So now that this new generation coming in, they've got all this experience that's on the books and in the reports for them to learn from, so they don't make the same mistakes that their predecessors did. And Billy's sort of feeling somewhat left behind. He's divorced. He's his kid is a bit he's a bit of a delinquent. But anyway, he accepts the mission, and as he heads into the accelerator, and attempts to go back, he all of a sudden finds himself back in his own present, and the past has been altered. So there was never a time agency. World War III happened. Everyone's been wiped out. He is the only man on Earth, and he doesn't know how to get back. And
right.
So I figured out how he's going to get back, and the people responsible obviously appear back in the present where he's at now, and so obviously he has to fight them off. So it's kind of a little bit like Die Hard, but with time travel. But excuse me. But yeah, it's an interesting project. But excuse me again, coughing again. It started off originally as a Star Trek fan film, a fan script, shall I say? And but I didn't know how to get him out of it, and it's something I threw. Well, it's something I wrote many years ago, and yeah, I just never touched it again. But as I said before, this whole COVID thing hit. I was interested in going back to this camp where my first unit was, and sort of just filming like a mini series. Unfortunately, when the COVID hit, I couldn't film anymore. So I'm doing some rewrites at the moment anyway. Say rewrite, and doing some editing. And unfortunately, the hardest part about editing is I could replace that with this, or you come up with a good idea later on and think, I need to put this in there somehow, and it's really annoying. Because there are points where I don't know if is this finished yet? Do I need to add anything more in? Is that still a good idea, rather than when I first had it? Because you will have ideas I thought that seemed good at the time, but then aren't good anymore. So yeah. And I'm kind of stuck at the moment. I've got no idea how to get. I need to go back, don't I? I need to get back up here.
Time travels is a son of a bee. And the problem is you have to agree. The problem with a good time travel movie is that they don't agree on how time travel works before they make the time travel story. And it's easily breakable and easily write yourself into a corner. Well,
that's sort of what I've done here. I mean, I've written the guy into a corner where he's stuck in a present where there's no one else there. The time agency never existed. He's got enough power to travel him either to take him back 1 year. And he's got a device on his arm that obviously allows. It's like a portable time machine. It allows him to travel anywhere up to a year. So he could travel 5 minutes in the past or a whole year in the past. You know, it has an artificial intelligence on there that sort of drives him crazy, kind of like you had the relationship between Michael Knight and Kit. Same idea. You know, Billy's not too bright a guy. He's not, you know, he's not like a scientist or anything. You know, he just gets sent on a job. He arrests the bad guy, beats him up a little bit, and then takes him back home. You know.
So what happens if he time travels a year ago?
Well, let's say if he gets somewhere and he goes to the town where he's supposed to catch someone. Now, generally, 9 times out of 10, they're able to catch the person just as they arrive, because in the future they can sense where someone's gone back. So they send that person dead on to that point where the criminal just arrived before they can commit any crime. But just traveling back without any authorization alone is illegal. And however, he does have an arch enemy. At the moment, I call him Scarlet, but I want to give him a different name. I'm not happy with the name Scarlet. He's essentially a guy in a red suit that wears a mask. And as far as Billy's concerned, this is the guy that killed his brother, who was also in the time agency. But that's, you know, there's more on that story. I don't want to give too much away. After that happened, obviously, the rest of his team members sort of quit or left, you know, or took or they took a desk job, and they sort of just went their different ways. And they're part of the people who were responsible for altering the past, because they're not happy how their lives went on. You know, because a lot of people as well got laid off due to the fact that they refined the process of policing time, that they don't need all these people anymore. So there's mass unemployment. You know, there's all kinds of trouble. There's all kinds of trouble in this guy in Billy's time period. You know, so all those more advanced technologies, and you know, there's medical technologies based on the. Sorry, hold on. Where am I going now? There's medical technology that's sort of based, you know, on the science around how the time machine works as well. So they can like heal a wound or heal a scar, things like that. But yeah, he can go back a year. Let's say if someone else is attempted to alter the past, it's somewhere within that, you know, within the year's time period of him. You can arrest that guy, send him back, and then go back, say, a couple of months, and then get the next guy as well. But yeah, it's. But he will use that in an interesting way in the story. He gets injured, so what he does is he sort of reconfigures his device, or so the AI reconfigures the device, so that he can because he's there for a whole year before anyone actually arrives in the place that he is. And when he gets badly wounded and he's dying, he'll use the device to bring the past version of himself forward, so that way he doesn't die. And however, when the past version of himself arrives there, he's got no fucking clue what's going on, you know. And but he managed to avoid getting mortally wounded the second time round. So, yeah, it's I keep writing these interesting corners, but then I have to figure out how to write myself out of these corners again.
Right.
Which is the hard part. I mean, dialogue. I find writing dialogue a lot easier than, you know, writing a scene or writing emotions and things like that.
Outline. Yeah.
That for me is the hard part. I'm completely lost here. I need to get on top of that waterfall, but I don't know how. This is. I think I might know actually. I need to go up and then right. Okay. I think I might have that covered. I'm not sure. Because there's that bit there. What is that? Oh, is that the way out there? Yeah, I need to go that way now, I think. So yeah, for me, I mean, writing dialogue is something that's easily done. You know, there's a few. You know, the AI is somewhat sassy, and he gets on Billy's nerves all the time. You know, he puts him down from time to time. Where Billy's sort of quite proud of himself that he's done something. Like for instance, when he finds the depot, when these guys who the past arrive in his present, and he finds out where they're so say where their base camp is. He goes through. He finds it. He goes through all their equipment. They've got all these fancy guns and everything else. He says, "Wow, this is amazing stuff." You know, he says, "What's the line? Hold on. I bet I could shoot the wings of. I bet I could shoot the wings of a gnat with one of these." And the ISS says, "I wouldn't trust you to shoot an azimuth." Which Peter replies, I would never shoot a defenseless creature." Because an azimuth is not a creature. It's something to do with something you do with the compass to find the direction or something. And so it's a little a little crack at Billy there. I am completely lost. I've got no idea where I'm going. So it's just little cracks at him. But yeah, it's said, but like I said, right in the outline, I find really, really hard. Setting the scene as well. Sometimes I think, is that the right scene? Maybe the scene would be better, if it was like this. Maybe remove a character, add a character. It can be quite frustrating. Unfortunately. Yeah. I'm completely lost. If I haven't found the boss in the next sort of 10 minutes, I'm probably gonna end the stream because it's we'll have to go head over to life.
Oh, you're looking for the boss?
Say
You're looking for the boss?
Yeah, I've got to find my way out of it and head towards the boss. Otherwise, I'm stuck. Yeah, this way here. Ah, okay. There's more than one way here, isn't there? Where am I now? Okay, there's that way. There's that way. The right one doesn't lead anywhere. Where's this way take me? Let's try this way. Nope, wrong way. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, so I need to try this way. So that way takes me there, and I need to get on top that way. That way doesn't lead me anywhere. Can we go back? Ooh, what was that? Been that way? Yeah, I have. Find my way. Yeah, feed my guy here. He's getting hungry. Alligator. Get a bit of snake. Oh, there he is, eating snake.
Nah. Oh, I miss these games.
I do. I still love playing them. To be honest, I mean, I tried playing one called one with zombies. What is it? The Last of Us. And it's mainly a sneaking. It's mainly a sneaking game, but unfortunately, it's not enough action in there. And I find that the controls as well are very sort of sluggish. And the guns, especially when you're facing off certain zombies, the guns don't really do all that much either. So you're sort of stuck with what you can and can't do. And it's a bit of a pain, really. It's pissing me off here. I've got to go all the way back through the water again. Right, so where am I now on the map? I'm here. I can go up this way. I'll go that way because that takes me where I don't want to go. Oh, I'm lost. Oh, where are you, you bastard? It takes me back in there. Let's have a look. No. Where did this take me before? That took me. Takes you there, doesn't it? But it's also a bit of a dead end, I think. Let's have a look. Let's give this place. Give this one a try. I remember once. I think without exploring the cave, I just blindly ran through the cave and then made it to the boss without picking all the stuff up. But now when you go exploring, that's the problem with it. Get out the way, snake. Okay, so there's that guy there, and that takes me back here to Okay. Is that it? On top of the waterfall now, as you can see. Oh yeah, that's right. It's just straightforward. Yeah. Why didn't I see it before? Oh, losing a connection here. Don't lose him now. I'm just about to fight the boss. Alright, I'm just going to quickly save this in case we lose the connection. If we do, it's game over.
Do you want to save?
No, I thought I'd call you for nothing. Yeah, and so once I've got that story finished, I'm going to try and find an artist who will basically draw it for me and then try and sell it up as a comic instead. Yeah, maybe try, and then if I can make any money off that, try and get an animated version. Try and get an animated version done
Snake,
for YouTube.
have you seen 007?
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you about 007. Let's get rid of that. Just go straight into the boss fight. Come on. Then we're done. We're finished. Yay. Alrighty. There we go. Yay, we found it. Now found the boss, the bad boss. Which way's which? Let's see. Just backtrack a little bit. Ammunition there. Ammo. Yeah, got ammo. Just go and check out this little bit there. Just want to explore that one bit there we just ran past a minute ago. That was a way to something. There we go. This way. That actually goes anywhere interesting at all. Oh, what's in here? An M37 shotgun. Sweet. There's more. This takes me somewhere. I don't think I've ever been this way before. Right. God damn it, this is a long tunnel. What's the worst? What is the worst? What's the worst problem you've ever? What's the worst problem you've ever had to fix?
Besides working on a Mac,
Yeah, besides working on
worst problem. Worst problem. You know, I'd have to think about that. I'm pretty good. I fixed some nightmares. You know, I was gonna say my only nightmare is working on a Mac. I mean, that is truly a nightmare because just Mac is just, oh God, don't get me started on Macs. Especially for those who are trying to color outside the lines with Mac. If you're trying to do what a Mac wants you to do, then you're fine. But the second you want to go outside the lines, that's when you have a problem.
Okay.
And streamers are people who color outside the lines.
What kind of stuff shouldn't you be doing on a Mac then?
Let's get started.
Anything it doesn't let you. So, like I said, if you can, like say you want to, if you want to have some kind of particular software and you're for streaming, it only lets you do certain things. Like for instance, sharing your audio on a stream, your desktop audio.
Yeah.
Mac won't let you do it. You have to do it a special certain way. You need an additional configuration, even an extra driver to bypass the simple thing that it should be letting you to do in the first place. Okay. Backups. If you don't do a backup the way the Mac wants you to do a backup, it becomes a pain in the butt. Windows is a million ways of doing a backup, and they're all effective. But Mac, it has to be a particular type of backup with their software and all this crap. It's really hard to explain, but like I said, Mac are for people who want to color inside the lines and not complain the second they want to do something and the Mac says no to them. Windows, you don't get that. There's everything and anything you can do on the Windows. But I guess my worst nightmare is when people don't listen. Where I tell them, I had one lady that didn't listen to me. She had a Mac. I took care of her, told her not to do something, and then she did it. And then she came back to me saying, I did what you told me not to do, and the Mac people erased my entire hard drive. Can you help me? And I said, sorry, I told you what not to do. You have passed the point of no return. I can help you now. Like, it's gone. Like, they deleted everything. It's gone. Goodbye. If you just would have done what I said, you would have been fine. But because you wanted to do things your way, and I can only be so clear on certain things, I'm not I'll explain it. I'll spend the time to explain things to people, show them how to do it, show them, videos of other people doing it, show them what not to do, why not to do, take the time and literally go through it all. And then if you still want to do things your way, then I can't stop you, but I will let you know, well, okay, if you do it this way, this is going to happen. And I had one of those people once, and she just thought she knew better and got her entire data erased. I wish there was something I could have done. If there was, I would have, but I can't. When you take it to the Mac store, they wipe your drive hard.
Yeah.
Like, your data's gone. I guess my worst nightmare is when I help people and they don't follow the rules. They try to do their own thing. Yeah. I'm a resource. Like, ask me questions. I have answers. I've been doing this for 25 years. I have plenty of experience and knowledge. Not only that, but I know how to break it down in layman's terms and help you understand it. I'm not just going to sit here like your local freaking Geek Squad guy and treat you like you don't know jack squat. You know what I mean? Just, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Fix you up and not explain a damn thing that person just did. I don't do that.
So what would you, let's say if you were a computer salesman and you had a whole line of computers. You had Macs, you had computers with Windows on it, you had computers with Linux on it. What do you recommend? What would you recommend to the customer which they'll be better off with, the Mac or the iOS, the Windows, or the Linux?
It depends. I'd have to find out information about the particular person. But normally what it would be is your computer literacy.
Yeah.
How much do you know? How much do you think you know? And how much do you care to know? Okay. If you don't care to know about any of it, like you're an older person, okay, like say elderly, okay, or simplified, where you just want it to do what it says it's going to do, and you won't complain if whatever, you'll work with it, then I might point you towards a Mac. If you're looking to do anything creative, I'll point you to a Windows. And if you're doing anything like, if you're only looking for something specific, and you know, and what you know is high, because you just don't suggest a Linux to anybody. Okay. You just don't do that. Like you want a Linux if you want a Linux. Okay. And you understand that even Linux has limitations. It's great. It's powerful. It doesn't crash for the most part. But you got to know what you want a Linux for specifically. If you're like, I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, Linux is not for you.
Okay.
And then you'll go with Windows. But then it's all about hardware and configurations and whatnot. But if you're like a soccer mom, or you're a senior citizen, then maybe I'll prefer a Mac, because you color in the lines, that they're very friendly on trying to, use software and how to send things. But if you're most anyone else, usually just a Windows. But then it depends on the hardware, because a crap computer, Windows will be crap.
Yeah, I've noticed that
Windows
one.
will be crap on a crap computer. Yes.
I remember I bought a laptop. It was my first laptop I bought. It was with one of my first wages that I ever had. I was about 19. Just got to my first unit when I was joining the army, and I bought the Nappy. The Americans have a version of the Nappy as well. They call it the PX. We call it the Nappy. It was essentially our tax-free shop, where I could buy like English things like cigarettes, booze, food, anything you want, clothing wise. And they also sold laptops. And I bought an MSI. It was which I never heard of, but okay, it was like, I don't know, about $300 for a laptop. And it worked for a while, but then, it just couldn't, when I saw what people were doing on the laptops, on camp, or the guy in the next room, I thought, wow, okay, I'll have a bit of that action. And tried doing it on mine, and it just, my computer just could not handle it whatsoever. Yeah, and it would just overheat, it would crash a lot, and everything else. So don't ever, I wouldn't recommend an MSI. It had Windows Vista on it at the time, I think, or Windows XP.
Oh, Vista sucks. XP sucks. MSI is not the best. I don't like MSI either. Yeah, I really stand by Asus right now. I know there's a couple others, but Asus, I like calling them Asus just because I like saying Zeus. I just say Zeus. Hey, they're Asus, man. They're not these Zeus, they're Asus.
Funny enough to say that. I was watching Die Hard with a Vengeance the other day. He kept, and obviously, Bruce Willis' character, what's his name? John McClane. He kept calling Samuel Jackson's character, "Hey Zeus, hey Zeus."
Jesus,
why do you keep calling me Hey Zeus? What's your name in it? I heard the guy say to you, your name was Jesus. No, he didn't say Hey Zeus. He said, "Hey Zeus, my name is Zeus."
Zeus, fucking thunderbolt and lightning Zeus.
Back when Samuel Jackson still had hair,
There was this scene.
Samuel Jackson, man, good stuff. Hey, continue. I need 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
I mean, of course.
You're not closing up, are you? You'll still be here?
but
I'll still be
It
back.
wouldn't
I'll be here when you get back, and then
All right.
we'll probably close down the stream
how
together.
rude.
All right, sweet. All right, be right back.
In a minute.
because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Fine. I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fish man.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim either.
Are you calling me a fish man?
You started it.
Oh. Avoid those mines there because you don't want to get blown up. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh, it's a long way down. Let's keep moving. And we're through. All right. We're just waiting for LGG Pixels to come back, and yeah, we'll probably end the stream just shortly after. Probably head over to Life with Matthew. Okay, so there's a guy here. I need to get back. I'll wait for him to come back. There we are. Shoot him in the head when he gets here. What I need is a sniper rifle, but I ain't got one right now. There he comes. Shit.
We're being attacked. Enemy position.
Oh, you guys. Hurry up.
What's going on? Respond.
Did I scare you, buddy?
Enemy
Me? No.
Going into
Okay. Oh,
That's it. Screw this.
what happened? What happened?
Oh, well, I tried to shoot this
You
guy in the
died?
head. No, I tried to shoot. Jesus Christ! Die already. And
I think I'm gonna get ready for a small mini stream.
Yeah, me too. So this is the end of the stream, guys. Thank you all for coming. We'll obviously there'll be another Metal Gear stream, possibly Friday, maybe tomorrow, depending on the hours. And of course, don't forget to visit a Question of Trek channel where we'll have obviously our guest who's here with us today, LDG Pixels, who will be on the show for our Star Trek based game show. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, let's close this down.
Take care, everybody.
Next time in the Continuum. Good night.